Dialogo Anarchia Sesedana Super Osečaranje Pušenje, which translates to Forbidden Smoking, was a rock band that was formed in 1981 in Yugoslavia. They were also a band that helped spearhead the 80s movement called New Primitivism in Sarajevo, where they were originally from. And by 1984 the band was running high on the success of their first album called Das ist Walter, which is also the name of a Bosnian restaurant chain in Slovenia. Pretty good, you should go check it out if you're ever here. They were also co-creators of a popular sketch comedy show called Top Lista Nadrealista. You should probably think of it as like Bosnian version of Monty Python. But that same year, in 1984, in Rijeka, while they were performing, an incident occurred which basically killed their mainstream career in Yugoslavia. During the concert, one of their guitar amps, brand Marshall, which is important, so remember that, died, which caused the lead singer Nele Karajlic to shout to the audience, "Our Marshall has died." I mean the amp. Now this is gonna need a little bit of context. Josip Broz Tito, who many of you who are into history know was the Yugoslavian leader from the end of the Second World War up to his death in 1980, was also known as Marshal Tito, because Marshal was the highest military rank in Yugoslavia. Now I don't want to get too into it, but I can't overestimate how much of a cult of personality Tito had in Yugoslavia. His pictures were hanging in schools and homes, and any disrespect towards him resulted in you getting beaten up by the police, or if the offense was high enough, you were gonna end up on a little island which was basically the Yugoslavian version of Gulag. Now, as I said before, Tito died in 1980, which made any disrespect towards him even more of a sensitive topic. Now, if we go back a second, I want to remind you that the singer shouted, "Our Marshal has just died." I mean the amp. So they did clarify that they meant the amp, but certain people decided that it was still disrespectful towards their fallen leader and decided to blacklist the band from any radios and television. And the show that we were talking about, Top Lista Nadrealista, taken off the air, and it didn't return to the air until 1989 when the dust had settled down. The band even said that many radio DJs were fired for playing their music, and the Bosnian television had to apologize for playing their music during the musical program. And how did the band combat that? Basically they kept doing what they were doing. They were playing less and less mainstream show and more independent shows, but it can't be denied that the band ended up being much smaller than they could be because of that, and because of that they are often not in the same conversations as Plavi Orchestra or Crvena Jabuka.